Hello there.
Well, hello, troopers, and welcome back to General Canoe's Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me here on a fine Wednesday night for another episode of The High Ground. That's right, we are at episode 118. Insane, insane. So thank you once again for joining me, and I hope that your week is going great. I hope that the first half, at least, of the week has been great for you. And if not, hey, we're almost at the weekend, you know. Tomorrow's Thursday, and that already smells like Friday. So just hold on a little bit longer. Good news, as I think you probably noticed, I got my StreamYard back. It was weird, man. It was very weird. It's like I didn't really in theory, I guess, I didn't really lose it. So apparently there was like a duplicate account. Um and I guess the other one is what was deleted. I don't know. It was weird, guys. I'm just glad to be back and have all my stuff here and not lose, my paid membership with StreamYard. So yeah, we're back. We looks like everything is fine. I don't think anything really moved. Um, so here we are. We are on a regularly scheduled Wednesday show, and yeah, we're hanging out. Missed you guys. Missed you. How was your weekend, by the way? We haven't spoken since last week. And so I hope that you had a great weekend. And if not, like I said, we got another one coming up. Oh! I was almost forgetting. This is a long weekend, isn't it? We do have, or most of us at least, have Monday off. I almost forgot. That is crazy. It's also kind of crazy that we're into September already. Um, yeah, it's so crazy to say that the summer is over, especially with the heat out here. It really doesn't feel like the summer is over. Let me tell you that. Um, but yeah, what else? I guess that's it, guys. I just hope that everybody's doing here. Thank you, Bunker Bunch, as always, for joining me again here on Wednesday night. Got my setup back. I think we're good. We're gonna have fun. And again, I hope that at least the first half of your week has been great. But we already got some people in the chat, so let me jump right into it. We got Janine saying hello there. What is going on, Janine? Thanks so much for joining us. Also, I really appreciate all of the updates that you share. By the way, I know you do them basically daily. I always read them. I don't always comment, if I'm being honest, but I'm always checking in with you and your post. Just catching up on Scott. I'm very glad that he is a third of the way, dude, into his rehab. Congrats. Let him know that we are constantly thinking of him and rooting for him. To get back 100% on his feet. But it sounds like he's doing a lot of great progress. So, and thank you again for sharing. Even if it's a little bit of progress, even if some days it feels like there's no progress, um, day above ground, I count that as progress. So my head's off to Janine. All the strength, all the love. We got Ultra in the house. What's up, Unikomi? And God, I hope no technical difficulties in this live. Looking at you, Dustin. Um, I can't promise there won't be, but at least I got my account back, which is great. Ultra saying hi to Janine. Janine said hi to Ultra. Ultra says last Friday received from eBay. Claude Hands, Marvel Age Deadpool, 3 Wolverine. Nice. Hey, look who it is. I'm Multiversal moderator in the house. What's going on, Rolando? Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you. After my copy hack claws were by either T'Challa or Lucha Cat. Oh man. That's not bad. That's bad. But hey, I'm glad you got a replacement. We got Chris in the house. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Chris? Dude, I saw your snow trooper squad that you posted. Dude, those things look beautiful. You know what the sad part is? I still got one that I won from the raffle from Joel. What, like a month or two back already? It just feels like it's been nonstop for me. So I haven't even unboxed it. I need to because I want to display it. Obviously, those things look great, especially now that I saw yours. I might try to get to it this weekend because yeah, good job on that. Hey, look who it is! Scotty wins. General, thank you, my brother, dude. You have nothing to take me for, man. Quite the opposite. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys keeping us in the loop. Um, like I said, man, I can't even imagine. All right. So I'm just, I was going to say I can imagine, but I can't. The truth is, I can understand, right? In theory, the situation. And as I mentioned, dude, yeah, there's good days and there's bad days, and there's some real bad days, right? But like I said, dude, I just try to keep in the back of your mind that even if it feels like you didn't make progress, you made it through one more day, and that in itself is progress, all right? So yeah, man. Just remember, we're always out here. If we want to talk, even if it's just to complain, or actually, especially if it's just to complain, man, feel free to reach out. We're always here. I might not have all the answers, but I will at least say, man, that really sucks. And sometimes that helps, right? So yeah, brother. Don't forget, we love you. Freezy in the house. What up, General Kenobi? Just picked up Star Wars Vintage Collection, Luke Skywalker X-Wing. I love it, dude. Yeah, that I'm assuming the new one, right? The updated one. It's nice, dude. I was really tempted, but I already got like two of them. No, one or two. I think two maybe of the previous versions, right? But man, this last batch of Luke's, including the Farm Boy, they're kind of nice. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Black Series, right? The Black Series got the Farm Boy, which is still nice, but the Vintage Collection X-Wing, yeah, it's pretty nice. Um, oh, I'm so sorry. I just reread your message. Do you mean the actual vehicle? Because that one is really dope, and I want that one. The mold for that, the last X-wing on the Vintage Collection, very good, very nice. So congrats on that. Thank you, says Janine. Absolutely. Scott says Rolando. French says Rolando. Hi, Rolando. Hi, Chris, says Janine. Rolando, says Scotty. Freezy, says Rolando. Ultra with the Mercari pickups. All right, some AEW goodness. Good job, man. Hi, Freeze, says Janine. Freeze, he says, anyone checked out the Mando movie trailer that's leaked onto YouTube? Um, if I saw correctly, it's not so much a trailer. It's what they showed us in Celebration. Um, I take it more as like a sizzle reel, to be honest. Um, yeah, it's like a little scene and then just some action, right? So I don't think it's a trailer per se because it's got like no story in it. But man, it looks fun. It looks fun, fun, fun. And again, we kind of need that, to be honest. I feel that the Mandu movie, that's Mandu and Grogu, will kind of give us that. And I'm kind of all about it because as much as I love the story, of course, and as much as I love Mandalorian, exploring the Mandalorian culture and all that, in terms of movies, we need a win. We need a big win, actually. And I I hope that this movie will do it. Basically, this movie is going to be fun. It's going to have over the top action. It's going to have some fan service and it's going to sell tickets, which is ultimately what we need. And I know a lot of people might say that's not Star Wars or, Star Wars is all about the story and stuff. And I agree. But in the overall, if you guys want for more TV shows to come out, for more movies to come out, Star Wars has to make money. All right. Let me rephrase that. Star Wars has to make good money, right? Star Wars always sells, but we haven't had, a home run in terms of selling tickets. So we kind of need that. We kind of need this movie to get to like $1 billion, guys. Um, so next year, set aside some of your entertainment budget to go watch the movie like 5, 10, 15 times And let's of course, if you enjoy it, right? If you don't, then one and done, right? But if you enjoy it, try to watch it multiple times, because honestly, Disney's definitely looking at this one pretty closely. All right, so they're definitely want to see wanna want yeah, they definitely want to see good numbers in terms of sales. Mm-mm. I actually just saw a note saying that Disney's really hoping that the movie does well and then they can turn it into a trilogy. Which, well, in theory, that sounds good. I don't know that we got to turn everything into a trilogy anymore. Um, and why I say that is because once it seems that once people know and people involved, right, know that it's going to be a trilogy, they nerf the first movie. Um, Look at Mortal Kombat, the new one, right? The second one's about to come out. If you remember the first one, there's actually no Mortal Kombat in it. There's no tournament. They never made it to the tournament. All it was like a preemptive, fight before the tournament even started. And that's the whole movie. They never make it to actual Mortal Kombat. And that bugged me, if I'm being honest. That bugged me. I was like, I would like some Mortal Kombat in my Mortal Kombat movie. But it was planned to be a trilogy before they even started filming the first movie. So, they had that in mind, and they're like, oh, we're not going to kill off many characters. We're not going to give you the big tournament yet, and that's what bothers me, because uh, a lot of a lot of times that first movie doesn't do great. Why? Because it's not what people expect. Why? Because you nerfed it. You saved a lot of stuff for the next movie or the last movie. So the first movie underperforms, and then guess what? They never make the second one or the third one. They just cancel the trilogy. So the Mandu movie, for now, I hope, it's my understanding, that it's still being treated as just a standalone movie, right? Okay, standalone might be not the right term, but a one and done movie, right? Because they don't really know what's gonna go well or not. But like I said, I hope that it does, and I hope that I hope that it gets to 1 billion. Really, it seems to be impossible these days, right, to reach it. And whereas 5 years ago, every other movie was doing it. But we need a win, and like I said, we need a monetary win with Star Wars. Sub Niner says Freezy. Not yet. Freezy says Rolando Ultra with some pickups for next week as well. 100%. Yes, sir, man. Stay strong, brother. Yeah, Scotty wins. Remember. Rolando dropping the Mando movie trailer right there. So I don't think we can show it. Can we show it? Probably not. Maybe we can show some of it. I don't know. Let me get through the chat, and then I'll think about it. I will think about it. Hey, look who it is. We got Brother Archer in the house, the CEO and COO of Nerd Affiliated. What's up? He says, not much, man. Just catching up. Got my StreamYard back, which I was very ticked off about last time. But we got it. We're good, at least for now. I hope we stay like that, because, yeah, that was definitely not fun. Um, see here. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Rolando saying hi to Nerd Affiliated. Rolando says Archer. Wow, I forgot about the Mando movie. Yeah, dude. Next year. Next year. Less than a year. It's kind of crazy. Ultra saying hi to Nerd Affiliated. Hi, Archer, says Janine. Ultra Jedi says Nerd Affiliated. definitely not the the others I'm just getting by at. Nice. Um, how tips on prevent dye cloth accessories from staining your figures. I've had washed the shirt Adam Copeland came with as a fear would stain the figure. Vicente, what is going on, brother? ¿Cómo estás, hermano? Yeah, guys. So let me see. Let me pull this up. And maybe. Mm-mm-mm. I know. That's not it, Rolando. I think the one you sent is that fan made one. Yeah, that's not it. There's another one going out with the basically the footage that they showed in Japan in Star Wars Celebration Japan. Um, Vicente says Rolando. Nerfin says, "Isn't there an R2D2 showing up at Home Depot or something? Did I make that up?" No, sir, you did not. And actually, let me follow up with some actual images because I think they already posted it. Let me look it up. But it came up. It came up last week because um, in Mexico they released it on their website, and it showed that you could order it, and it showed the price and everything, and it had pictures. And so yeah, it seems that there will be one. Let me see. I thought they had decided to post it, but I guess not. Maybe they took it down again. But yes, there is an R2D2 coming up. And it looks kind of nice. It looks kind of nice. There are some animatronics for it. I'm not entirely sure to what level. Um, Let me see if I can find it. I know people posted it, but I guess it got taken down. Yeah, it's not here anymore. But yes, there is an R2D2 coming up. Um, like I said, I'm assuming it's gonna have lights and sounds. I don't think it will have like actual movement aside from maybe like like the head rotating. Um, it's kind of nice though. I mean, if the price holds like it did for Vader and the Stormtrooper, they're good, man. I love the Stormtrooper. I really really like it. Um, Man, did they really take everything down? Okay, well here's at least a picture of it. I think they did some scrubbing online because I could have sworn I saw a whole thing with the actual Home Depot post or Home Depot page from Mexico, but I guess it's not here anymore. But let me show you guys this one here. There we go. So that's one of the promotional pictures, and there was more. I guess I should have saved them, but anyway, it looks good. Again from the one picture here, it does look like it's got a little bit of weathering, which is interesting. Remember, these are meant as like holiday decor, so usually it'll have something related to Christmas or to Halloween or both in case of the Vader and the Stormtrooper. So I'm assuming this one, is the Christmas configuration. There probably will be a Halloween configuration depending on when it comes out. Um, I mean, it looks good. Like I said, if it's still on the $300 range, I don't know, man. It's hard to D2, right? I mean, it's kind of iconic. My problem with it would be is there going to be, and I'm assuming, is there going to be a C3PO? And C3PO, I think it's a lot harder to pull off, life size. The quality of the paint and that chrome, that gold finish has got to be pretty good. So I don't know if they'll be able to pull that off. Um, and I kind of would want both of them. Uh, but yeah, I don't know if I told you guys this, but last year, um, or was it beginning of this year even? I think it was last year still. The Stormtrooper went on sale for half off after the holidays. I guess it was beginning of this year. It went for what was that? It was more like 160, 175 maybe. And here's the worst part. There were some, or at least online, it said that there were some in stock at my Home Depot. And Lord, I was tempted. Okay, I was very, very tempted. Um, because usually clearance doesn't hit out here. Like things will go on clearance and they're gone that same morning. From my understanding, is of course a lot of groups, that monitor the stuff and they know, a few days before when it's actually going to go out or when it's actually going to be discounted. I mean, so they're just stocking the items. So as soon as it hits that morning, they're lined up to get them. So I was very surprised that when I learned about it, I checked online at least, and there were a few left for local pickup, not for online order. But man, yeah, I couldn't do it. I know. I don't know if you've seen the movies or shows. There are actually multiple stormtroopers, but I was like, dude, if they ever make a clone trooper, I'm gonna pull the trigger like almost immediately. So I gotta save my credits for that. And I don't mean like money wise. I mean like like wife credits. Um, but this R2D2, man, it's kind of nice, right? It's kind of nice. So I think the price is gonna be around the same. There doesn't seem to be any information here. I was trying to look it up. Mm, mm. But yeah, it was like I said, it was posted in Home Depot, Mexico. Oh, you know what? They do have more images. Let me show you guys. So this is another image, a little bit of a close up. Like the details don't look bad. Um, Again, I'm not a droid builder, right? So I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh no, like this panel is off or something." But man, I mean, for a turnkey solution like that, kind of looks nice. Even the base, I'm sure we could do something with the base to make it look better. I have to assume it's a fixed position, kind of like the same way the Vader and the Stormtrooper are. So I'm assuming, probably the legs are joined to the base, right? I don't think it's just sitting there. I don't see any real wheels or casters on this thing. Who knows, right? But I doubt it. So, like I said, my expectation for this would be lights and sounds, and maybe a rotation of the head. That's kind of where I'm at with this one. Yes, because you see here, he's looking forward like almost exactly, and then here he's off to a side a little bit, and I think he's off a little bit more here. Let me see, where is that holo projector? Yeah, just slightly more to one side, right? Very so slightly. So yeah, maybe we do get rotation of the dome. Regardless, if we just get cool sounds and the lights, that's still not a bad deal. So yeah, it was Home Depot Mexico. To Home Depot information. So I read somewhere that it was what was that, like 7,000 pesos, I believe? No, 8,000 pesos, which is roughly like 350 right now. Maybe 375. So yeah, so I think maybe that's gonna be a similar pricing to what we saw for the Stormtrooper and Vader. But yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys gonna pick up R2D2? Like I said, it's I do like it. I do like it. Of course, he's very iconic, but man, I if they keep doing troopers, that's I would want to save some space for that. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a game time decision if they were, start showing these live at the stores, or if people get them early. Looking at you, Mexico. Let's see if some content creator from over there already got it or managed to get it through the website. Um, But yeah, I mean, it's hard to D2, right? It's kind of hard to beat. So what do you guys think? Let me jump back into the chat here. Where was I? Mm-mm. Where was I? Here, Janine says, I wanted an R2 and C3PO, so I'm happy. Nice. Yeah, to me, it makes sense, right? I'm sure if they're putting out R2, they got to put out C3PO, kind of like what they did again with Vader and the Trooper, right? So I would expect, for here in like a month, maybe less, we're going to see the announcement or the leak for a C3PO from Home Depot as well. And maybe because it'd be kind of nice, right, to have them both again, iconic pair. But I feel that C3PO is gonna be a lot harder to pull off. Oh, I didn't go far back enough. Archer says, I remember the Dart and Stormtrooper were popular last year. Yeah, wildly, man. Everybody got a trooper. Janine actually has both, I think, the Vader and the Trooper. What's up, Rolando? Says Vicente. Izzy says, Rolando, you gonna get it? I don't know. Like I said, I want it. Yes, I want it. But what if they making more troopers? What if they make a clone trooper next or like next year? So I obviously got very limited space. And if they were to make like a clone trooper and like a battle droid, those would be, yeah, I would have to get that pairing. Hey, Rolando says easy. Jedi says I wanted to. Oh yes, I read that one. Arch says, yeah, I thought I saw it too and haven't seen anything in a minute. Yeah, I guess it got pulled down right from the website. I guess they jumped the gun. Hi, Janine says, easy. Nerfin says, oh, they're showing it for Christmas. I thought it was Halloween. I want to say last year they came out for Halloween, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I want to say last year the Vader and the Trooper were out before Halloween. Rolando says, I wouldn't mind an R2 and C3PO hot toy. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. Ultra Season Buddy Edward Southampton Games has Stormtrooper 1 and has it displayed in his toy room. Very nice. Yeah, I have mine in the living room, believe it or not. Izzy says, what's going to be the price on that? Like I said, probably comparable to the Trooper and to Vader. Keep in mind, guys, the price from Mexico, for the most part, they do have a markup since they have to import a lot of the stuff. So, just keep that in mind. The 7,000 or 8,000 pesos is not necessarily what's going to be the price here. Stormtrooper would be cool. Yeah, I really like the Stormtrooper. And Nerfin says, I need you to reenact some scenes. Well, of course I know him. He's me. Exactly. Good. Dang it, man. Now I really want it. After the holidays clearance, yeah, man. Like I said, but I was very surprised that I actually got to see it in stock, at that price. But oof, I was tempted. I was trying to tell everybody that I knew was on the fence about getting one, but honestly, most of us got the Trooper last year. Vicente says, so I took down the Mexico Home Depot. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I figured they jumped the gun. Hey, look who it is, Nilda. What is going on? Appetite for Collectibles in the house. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Nilda says, Rolando. So are you getting the R2D2, Nilda? The one from Home Depot? Nilda, great to see you, my friend, says Ultra. Hey, guys, says Nilda. Hey, Nilda, says Easy. Vicente saying, hi, Nilda. Nilda saying, hey, Ultra, Rolando, Easy, Vicente. Mexico price is a lot higher too. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was saying. Mexico, I've noticed, and especially with like Home Depot and stuff, like they always get a markup. Somebody told me once that it's because it actually has to come through Home Depot USA. They cannot get it, or some stuff they can't get directly from suppliers. So it's like Home Depot USA gets it from the suppliers, right? So they pay whatever tax and shipping, and then they gotta export it out to Home Depot Mexico. So they get hit again, right, with whatever taxes and stuff and importing duties. So I kind of believe it because, like I said, I've seen stuff out there. Sometimes when my family and stuff, and yeah, it's more expensive. Just over 400, I think. Yeah, so here it was what, three something, 330 maybe. The trooper. Ouch, says easy. I'm definitely getting nice. That's awesome, Nilda. Very cool. I should ask my sister to see if it comes up on her, and she lives over in Mexico. Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah, you should try that because you're right. Sometimes when they have local access, from the network, they might. Yeah, 8,000 pesos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, United States price will be cheaper. Yep, correct. Hello there. How you doing, General? What's going on, brother? Thanks so much for joining us, man. So we were just talking about the R2D2 from um, Home Depot that was leaked from Home Depot, Mexico. So I'm wondering if maybe you can see it over on your end. We were wondering if there's more pictures or a little bit more information, if it's going to have any sort of movement. Like I said, I think the dome will move and it's going to have lights and sounds, but that's about it. So, yeah, man, if you can check, maybe it's still up on Home Depot, Mexico. Nilda says, Archer. Nilda says, hey, Archer, I need to buy another shirt of yours. Dude, I love Archer shirts for of course, for the design, but the fabric, dude, I really like him. Hello there, says Jeff. What's going on, brother? Thanks so much for joining us, man. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Nordaffiliate says Toy Snowman, Canadian toy store, talked about that. His shipments from Japan usually go to Cali, then Canada, then cancel his shipments because of double tariffs. Yeah, man. Um, last or no, what 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago? I don't even know anymore. Over at Rebels ComCon, we were talking about, or we were talking with the Evo Retro guy, the owner, and he was explaining to us, about some of the new products and stuff like that. And we're like, all right, so we can just go over to your website and buy it. He's like, well, not really, not right now, because because when we try to sell, they're a Canadian company, so when they try to sell directly, right, on their website, um, he said he had a complaint from a person that was gonna buy, I think, 180 or 100, yeah, like almost $200 worth of product. And then when he was checking out, they added the extra tariff and it came out to like $125. So additional, I mean, so he's like, you're a joke. Why would you do this? And obviously he wasn't happy and canceled his order and all that stuff. But he's like, that wasn't even me. He's like, that's just, the system automatically like calculated and adds it. So he's like, yeah, so we're selling through Amazon, and that's the only thing we can do for the US for now. He's like, we can't sell directly because those tariffs just get tacked on, and it's insane, right? Vicente says, yeah, it's been taken down in Mexico as well. My sister just messaged back. Ah, dang it. Appreciate you checking, man. Thank you. Say thank you to your sister as well. Stand by, Nilda. New drop coming. Oh, snap. You heard it here first. It's Arturito. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. So yeah, guys, I'm sure we're gonna probably see the announcement officially. Probably next month in September. As I'm pretty sure it's gonna be there has to be some sort of Halloween version of it, or um accessory, right, that goes along with it. Like I said, just like it did for the trooper and for Vader. Also, speaking of holiday, did you guys see this one? So we got the holiday edition of Black Series. Yes, once again. And yes, people are still going to buy it. So here we got the Astromech Droid Holiday Edition. So basically a very festive R2D2. Kind of wish they would have given him a name. Per usual, we do have, obviously, the majority is a repaint, some accessories, but I think that we do have an original Santa disguise, right? We have the hat and and the beard. And I'm sure they're reusing that from somewhere else. If anybody knows if that's from a Marvel Legends or from a GI Joe classified, you guys let me know. Especially those of you who collect those lines. But yeah, so here it is. It's Santa R2. That does look pretty cute, with the little Grogu on top, and it does come with the flight uh, thrusters. There you go. So yeah, this is interesting. My understanding is there'll probably be exclusives again. Just they are every year. Everybody gets one exclusive. I don't know which one this is. And then we got, of course, this big bad boy right here, Stormtrooper Holiday Edition, and this one is interesting. So, so check that out. It's got a lot going on. All right, like a lot. So, I mean, the most obvious is the reindeer helmet there. So again, original accessory, right? You don't get those standard. I'm not entirely sure what's up with the paint scheme. I'm assuming it's sort of white belly, white beard type of thing. It looks off to me like a lot. There's the metal with the Death Star. There's some frozen porks, a snow pork and a ice pork, and then we got a blaster that looks like a Nerf rifle, right? Especially with that orange tip right there. Maybe that's what they were going for, since technically, they own Nerf as well. So yeah, Holiday Stormtrooper this time around. It's it's interesting. I'll give him that. So yeah, so you guys picking both of these up or what? You guys pre-ordering? Like I said, I'm assuming at least one of these will be a Walmart exclusive, and the other one probably will be a Target exclusive. Last year, or was it 2 years ago? They had a GameStop exclusive. They had a it was GameStop. It was, oh my lord, it was Target. It was Walmart. Was it Best Buy? I think Best Buy had a an exclusive too, and one more. I'm blanking out on the last one. You guys let me know if you remember. But yeah, again, not my particular cup of tea, but they keep putting these out, man, every year. So I'm assuming people are buying them. I have bought some for sure. I bought the Mando with the ugly sweater last year or 2 years ago now. I bought it on clearance because I was like, hey, it's a Mando figure. And then I bought the Halloween Clone Trooper, sorry, with the glow in the dark skeleton. I'm sorry, that thing was cool. But yeah, this time around, I don't know if it's just these two. It's these two so far announced. And in case you guys don't remember, we did have Halloween figures, but they already came out. Where are they? Where are they? So they came out kind of early this year. Oh yeah, so here, that's a better picture. Yeah, so the Imperial Rearguard, that's the Halloween, and then this one was a Target exclusive, or is. I haven't seen it yet. And then we had the Asajj Ventress also, the sort of like witch version. If I can find it, how far back was this? Oh, that's right, I forgot about this guy. We had this guy too, the Night Trooper. I kind of like the packaging more than I like the figure itself. So yeah, check that out. Might still be able to pre-order Walmart exclusive. And then oh come on, where is Asajj Ventress? There is an Asajj Ventress, right? Like I'm not making stuff up. Well, I mean, I am, but not that stuff. Oh my lord. Where are you here? Here we go. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we had 3 Halloween figures this time around. Oh, Amazon. I always forget Amazon. That was the other exclusive last year. So yeah, there you go. None of those were a pickup for me. Excuse me. This one, the only thing is kind of like the glow in the dark effect. Um, if I find it on clearance, I might pick it up just for that. I do like glow in the dark. I'm a little kid like that. Um, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna see more holiday figures. This is just the two that we've seen so far. What do you guys think? Have you been picking all of those up, by the way? Let me jump right back into it. Do. Ultra says, I've never gotten the Holiday Black Series figures, and I wanted to get the Purge Trooper so badly, but never did. Oh, really? The Purge Trooper. What was the Purge Trooper? Oh, yeah, the one that looks like a little. Oh my lord, why am I blanking out? It's got like the soldier um uniform, bro. The one from the Nutcracker, right? Is that right? I think I know which one you're talking about. I don't have it, but I think I know which one you're talking about. Rolando saying hi to Juan and to Jeff. The affiliate says, "Wait, I don't remember. You're in on the Haslab. Um, mm, have I backed it? No, and I want to though. That's the problem. But every time I go into the page, as a matter of fact, let's check. Let's check real quick. Um, I want it, and I will more than likely back it. But here's why I haven't, because I don't have Hasbro Premium anymore. So I'm like, should I buy the Hasbro Premium and then back it? Um, to kind of save on shipping. But then I'm like, if I buy the Hasbro Premium and it doesn't get backed, I haven't ordered from Hasbro Pulse in a long time. I'm talking about like a year and a half, maybe more. So I'm like, am I just gonna waste that money? I know it doesn't really make sense. But let's check in. Ooh, we are getting close. Let's check in with the HasLab. 12 days left, and we are, yeesh, we're not even halfway there. So 3858 backers. Target is 8,000, and it's got 3 tiers, right? So yikes. Yeah, I do want it though. I want it. 10,000 gets you Coleman Trevor, 12,000 gets you Satine, and 14,000 gets you Agent Kolar. I've seen this thing live, guys, and it's impressive. It's massive. It's gorgeous. It's highly detailed. You guys can check out my pictures from San Diego Comic Con on my Instagram. Do I wish it was the Tiger Shark version? Absolutely. I would have backed it day one. Do I wish it was cheaper? Yes, of course. I wish everything was cheaper. Um, do I think you have good enough value for the money that they're asking, which is 450? I kind of do. I kind of do. With all things considered, all right. With all things considered, I think it's an okay price. I'm not gonna say it's an awesome price, just a fair price. Okay. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna back it. Like I said, I'll probably will buy just the Hasbro Pulse thing for one more year, I guess. Try to get free shipping on some stuff. I just really dislike Hasbro Pulse always taking care of their customers last. They always send stuff out early. I always end up seeing it at a toy show or even at Walmart or Target. I always end up seeing it before I even get it shipped from Hasbro. So that's my gripe. You guys let me know if that has changed. From what I've heard from other people, it hasn't really. So yeah, I am gonna back it. Um, I like this thing a lot. Like I said, seeing it in person made a big impact on me. It's massive. It's gorgeous. I'm a prequels kid. Um, yeah, I mean the display on this thing was insane. Where am I gonna put it? I have no idea. I still have the Razor Crest in a box, um, which is sad to say because I might actually, if I get this, like if it does fund, I might actually display this first, then the Razor Crest. That's just how much I like it, and how much I'd love to be able to put a bunch of clones in there and stuff. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Since Action Joe Fix, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining, man. Action Joe Fix says Rolando. Hey, Rolando six Action Joe. Are you going to Eggman's on this weekend? Let me know. PMP, what's going on, man? I think I'll pass on the holiday fix. Yeah, they're at least those two. They're not. They don't really appeal to me, if I'm being honest. They skipping Halloween Black Series? No, we. I think I jumped the gun and showed them. PMP Den of Antiquity says Rolando. Whoa, what is Hasbro doing to Star Wars? Or should I say Disney? I mean, Hasbro has been doing to Star Wars all kinds of stuff, right? Don't get me wrong. Disney definitely doesn't help. Rolando says PMP Nutcracker. Yes, exactly. PMP of the LAT was around 350 at big game. 500 is just too steep for me personally. Yeah, like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's cheap because it's definitely not cheap. I'm just saying, unfortunately, as the market is, and as even the secondary market is, man, like you try to get a sealed LAAT, you pay what, like 350, 400 as it is, and this thing is definitely better, right? Like, I'm sorry, I love the other ones. I have not all of them, but I have like three or four, maybe three, including the Tiger Shark, which is my absolute favorite. Um, but they're not as great as this thing. I mean, when it comes to uh, details, and when it comes to how many figures they can fit and all that stuff. Yes, they were made like 20 years ago, some of them, but that, again, dollars to dollars, right? Um, if this thing is here, I wouldn't get a secondary market now anymore. Like I would put that money into the HasLab is what I'm trying to say. Ultra says I won't get it full details of HasLab, as you can check my observation on it. Nerdy lies, but I will say it's not worthy of being a HasLab. Somebody was saying that they should reserve like HasLabs for things that have never really been made, or like new concepts and stuff. And there's definitely a lot to say about that. But man, this thing is nuts and it's massive. So I don't know how else they could have done it if not a HasLab. Um, they weren't gonna put it on shelves for 450. I'll tell you that right now. They weren't gonna put it on shelves for 350. Um, I think what the most expensive vehicles we've seen lately is what the ships from the vintage collection, and those are what, like 150 maybe. Um, Over on the Marvel Legends side, they are a little bit more expensive stuff, but even then, right? Didn't they do that Giant Man that was like $300 or something? So something that costs $300, they're not gonna put on shelves. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I think that was like the only avenue that they had, to make this thing, was to make it a HasLab. It looks amazing, but 450 don't. Yeah, like I said, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, it's not cheap. Okay, I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm just saying that all things considered, it's not that bad. Hey guys, says Rob, what's going on, man? I pre-ordered the gunship, but don't think it will get funded. Good. Yeah, yeah. Well, I was just saying that I'm going to, but I'll probably buy the stupid premium membership so I can save, on shipping. Ultra saying hi to Zombie. Rolando doing the same. Hey, Silas says Zombie. Hey, Rolando. Action Joe says, don't know I've been home this week and getting over COVID. Oh, no way, man. I'm sorry. Kids just turn up to school sick. Oh, yeah, man. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I hope it's not, bad symptoms or anything. So I hope that you get back on your feet soon. Rob says Janine. Hey, Janine says Rob. Hey, Joe says Rob. Ultra says Haslab Giant Man was more worthy of Haslab, unlike the Engine of Vengeance, which was not Haslab worthy, in which it failed. Um, Again, we can debate quite a bit, right? What's worthy of a Haslab and what's not. Um, Bottom line is they decided to make it a HasLab. Um, will it get funded or not? I don't know. It's not looking great. Um, Engine of Vengeance. I felt that one was pretty clear that people were not going to fund it like very early on. This one though, I keep seeing a lot of people on the fence, mostly about the price. I don't think there's anything like any real complaints about the product itself. about the ship itself. It's just the price, right? Also, let's be honest, those tiers are they're not great, but they're basically the same tiers as the Ghost. People forget, the Ghost just gave you guys um, more figures, right? Like those were the tiers too, and they were pretty steep tiers, right? And again, people forget. Um, so yeah, if you didn't get the Ghost, then you don't get. And I can see you're not getting this one, right? But if you got the Ghost and then you say that this one's, the tier's not worth it, etc., maybe go back and check, right? Um, I had 350 in my mind. I forgot it was 450. Oh, if it was 350, I would have backed it again day one for sure. Whoops. Arch says the new proton pack with electronics is cheaper. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Again, I'm not saying it's cheap, guys. I'm just saying, for what you're getting, it's kind of in line with the rest of it. Hey, Archer says Rob. God hope it doesn't fun as we should have gotten the two Walker carrier with, dude. We're definitely not gonna get it. I wish we would. I wish we would have gotten that in the past. First of all, like let's just put it out there. I wish we would have gotten the Walker carrier. I've always wanted that configuration. Um, but I think it's too niche. That's the problem. It's too niche. There's no vehicle compatible with it. Like those other LATs, they're not gonna be able to carry the one ATTE that's out there. I think it's massive. I don't even know if this one, to be honest, if the HasLab would be able to pick it up. So yeah, but my only hope with that one Ultra is that Micro Galaxy Squadron does it, like a deluxe set or something. I heard a lot of guys are canceling the gunship to save their money for the R2 that's coming out of Home Depot. Yeah, there you go. We just talked about that. Nino Grow, what's going on, man? Gunship is $7.99 here in Australia. That is a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go in at $7.99, assuming you make the same money as we do and all that stuff. Like like apples to apples, which I'm sure it's not exactly right. But yeah, $7.99 price tag. That's up there. That is up there. Um, can we still see the past HasLabs? I haven't checked in a long time. Because I wanted to see the numbers for the ghost. I want to see the numbers for the ghost. Like how much did it have to go for those figures? Maybe not. Oh, they got a few in production. I didn't realize that. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I can't see them apparently. Okay. Anyway, bottom line is that they were still, kind of the same type of tiers, right? But I do want to talk about Star Wars because I like Star Wars, guys. I don't know about y'all. I like Star Wars. Here we go. So we do have the new Black Series for pre-order if you guys are interested. This is the Anakin, right? Which remember I told you guys we're for sure gonna get a new Anakin and a new Obi-Wan. Well, here they are, based off of the exclusive from that San Diego Comic-Con. So this is the updated body, updated face sculpt. Now you don't get, at least that's my understanding. Let me double check here. But I do not believe you get alternate face sculpts and alternate hands, or I mean, obviously you don't get the platform, the lava, and all that stuff, or the lightsaber clashing effect. So I think you just get the one portrait and the one set of hands. Somebody correct me if I am wrong. Alongside of that, of course, we got my man Guy. We got Obi-Wan also in the updated, looking good. Remember, these are based off of Revenge of the Sith. And remember, once again, you don't get the alternate hands or the alternate um, face sculpt. So 25 buckos gets you pretty decent, I think, in my opinion, updated um, figure, especially if you don't have one. I think this would be a really good one to have. Anakin, same thing. I know that Anakin secondary market went kind of crazy not that long ago. I like this one though. I might pick it up later. I mean, it's sold out here, but I'm saying like I might pick it up at a show or something. And then there's the Obi-Wan too, which I don't know. That one. I mean, I probably will get it though. Vintage collection Revan. We got Malik. We got is Malgus coming out again? I did not realize that. It's up for pre-order. There you go, re-release. So if you missed out on the first time, $34 and it's yours. Well, 34 plus like shipping and handling, right? So yeah, this is a pretty good figure though. I do recommend this one. I don't know about full price, but if you're a fan of the games and if you're a fan of just those cinematic trailers that they used to have, I would say pick this guy up at a discount if you can. But yeah, so here we go. Darth Vader TIE Fighter from the Vintage Collection. We got 140. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, for them to put a ship out there that's even 300, let alone like 450 just on the shelves, I really don't think it's gonna happen. Even this one, which is great, you can swap out the panel for damaging. This is close to like the studio scale. Like it's very very nice. I got to see it in person as well. Definitely want it. I don't think I'm gonna pay 140 for it though. I'll probably just play the long game on this one, but I definitely do want it. And then what do we got else? I mean, these dudes, these are just I think I ordered one from Amazon. Now that I think about it, I need to double check. Yeah, these guys I've been waiting for a long time, so I think I'm gonna pick up like two of them at least. I might pick up one regular price, just because, like I said, I've been waiting for it for ages. And then I might play the long game on a second one. Maybe if I can get it on clearance or something like that. But you guys, let me know, what are you picking up, especially for Hasbro. Have you backed the HasLab as well? Let's see. Hey Zombie says Archer. Hello there, says Edson. What's going on, brother? Ultra says glad they're getting single release for those who couldn't get the STC. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, they wouldn't let those figures go to waste. Now you might not get all the accessories, but the figures are very solid, and I do recommend them. Um, like I said, especially the Anakin, I would say. Again, I love Obi-Wan, right? So yeah, get the Obi-Wan too. But I'm saying, like, if you need an Anakin, you're in luck, because for years there was nothing. They put the old 20. Oh yeah, for sure. They're very much updated. Super Anakin Vader came with it. Yeah, right. Imagine. Action Joe says, "Are you going to X Men? So it'll be cool to see you again in person." Yeah, I was just asking you earlier if you're going. I do plan to go. I don't know what time, to be honest. I'm gonna take the kid, but yeah, man. Hopefully, I'll see you out there, man. It's been a long time since I've said hi. Yeah, you need to Jedi guard. So it's just kind of. I mean, they're guards, right? So you kind of always need at least two. I don't know. I dig it. Marta saying hi. Welcome, welcome. All right. So before we take off today, I did want to talk about a little bit, or maybe a lot, about my main man here, um, which is Ewan McGregor. So he's been at a couple actually of fan expos for the past couple weeks, um, in Chicago and then in Canada. And he's been talking about some stuff. So I really really like this note, or this bit of news. Basically, Ewan McGregor is saying that he binge watched Andor that he started watching with his kid season 1, and he was like immediately hooked. So he kind of binged season 1 and season 2, and he says he loved it, right? And then he started thinking to himself that he's like, hey, aren't I in the same timeline as this? Like, can we have a crossover in Andor season 3? Like, I should talk to people. And then he's like, oh wait, season 3. He's like, dang it. All right. Which is hilarious. But yeah, isn't that cool? I mean, to get praise from the man himself, Space Jesus, saying that your show was great. It just kind of shows that Andor is pretty good. I don't think I've heard him talk about other shows like that. And he did talk about a little bit about actual Obi-Wan show season 2. And he said that he doesn't really know what they're doing, right? He doesn't really know if they are making it or not. He said, "I know that you guys think that I do." He's like, "But I really don't." He's like, "I know they're making Ahsoka season 2 because my wife, gets up to work every day to go work on that. Remember, he's married to Hera Syndulla, and so he's like, I know they're making that." And then Hayden, right? Hayden Christensen is in Ahsoka season 2 as well. So he's very much aware that they are making Ahsoka season 2, but he said he doesn't know anything about Obi-Wan um, coming back. I would absolutely love to see a season 2. I still enjoyed season 1. I've made that clear many, many times here in the show. And yes, I may be a little bit, sorry, I almost dropped something. I may be a little bit biased on that, but I like what I like. And I really did enjoy season 1. And especially when you watch something like the Patterson cut, it does help quite a bit. So you basically sit down, watch a movie that's like 2.5 hours, and you get, even better, I think, even better experience. So hopefully we get to see Obi-Wan season 2. To be honest with you, I think that's gonna be kind of tough. I think that's gonna be kind of a hard sell. Um, but that doesn't mean we don't get to see Obi-Wan anymore, right? As he was saying, yes, technically he could have been in Andor, but let's be honest, guys, a lot of people could have been in Andor for that timeline. So it's fine. I don't hold it against them for not using them. I actually applaud their decision for because they could have made like 5 cameos every other episode, right? And they didn't. They chose to do their own thing. So while I kind of wish I would have seen at least a glimpse of Jyn Erso, because that one kind of made sense to me. I understand why they didn't do it, and I understand why they didn't put everybody else in there, like Cal Kestis, Ahsoka, etc., etc. So, um, like I said, it'd be kind of cool if we could see Obi-Wan in Ahsoka season 2. I think that'd be kind of nice, right? I mean, they brought back Hayden. Why not Ewan? At least for a flashback episode, right? Uh, Imagine if they did a flashback to the Mortis gods, but with live action, right? You got Hayden, you got Ariana, you got Ewan McGregor. So you got the three. The other ones, you still got Sam Witwer. You can dress him up as the son, right? And the other ones, you just gotta cast him. They look kind of funky anyway, so it's gonna be a lot of makeup. So it doesn't have to be anybody like super super particular. Um, but yeah, imagine they do like a 5 minute scene of the Mortis gods, flashback, but live action. Whew, I'm all for that. I am all for that. But what do you guys think? I definitely want to see Obi-Wan come back. Um, I want to see when McGregor come back, obviously. So what do you guys think? You think he still has some stories to tell? You think he would still fit in, especially with everything that's going on and kind of like the direction they're trying to at least like pull away from. Yeah, I want more. I definitely want more Obi-Wan. Um, Ewan McGregor is still the right age, so he can definitely still like pull it off. But yeah, we'll see, right? We will see what happens. I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. Louis saying hi. Zombie saying hi to Louis. We got the Rushmore show. What is going on, man? Say, Ayo, Jenna Kenobi's fam. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much. Guys, go check out their episode from last week, last Thursday, where I was a guest. We had a ton of fun. Those guys are amazing. If you're not following them, make sure you check them out. Rushmore Show, top four ranking podcast, here on YouTube and all their socials. And yeah, go give it a listen. We talked about our Rushmore for Sith Lord. So we got some deep cuts in there. Um, Juan saying would be amazing. We deserve a super fan service in Star Wars. Yeah, man. Like I say, we kind of need a win, right? Pretty soon here. So hopefully the Mando movie does it. Hey, Rushmore says, Rob. Hey, Juan says, Rob. Ultra says, all right, gotta go and I get my rest. See you all next time. Appreciate you, Ultra. As always, thank you for the support, man. Get some rest, brother. Rushmore says, it was a blast. Thanks for being on. Yeah, man, it was super, super fun. See ya, Zilla, says Zombie. Janine says, good night, Ultra. Bryant in the house. I want him back too. Yeah, dude, for sure. That's because you get to hang out with him too. So I'm not jealous. Hey, Zombie says Rushmore. Hey, Brian says Rob. So yeah, guys, a lot of chatter. Another piece of information that Ewan McGregor was giving us is that he said, I have to go back and watch all of the episodes of Clone Wars. Um, that's my homework. And so that's when fans were like, whoa, 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 homework for what? Right. Um, so that's what I'm saying. I'm a little bit hopeful, right? That here in the next, I don't know, 6 months or so, maybe before the year is out, we hear some news related to Ewan McGregor coming back. And that would make me very, very happy. The Obi-Wan series was talked about for years, guys. Like, apparently Disney approached Ewan McGregor like four years before um, the show was even like officially announced. So that was like 2018, 2017. Um, and I mean, you guys remember it was supposed to be a movie. It didn't work out. Then they broke it down to episodes, and then they switched the story, and then the filming, and then COVID, etc., etc. And then we got 6 episodes, which again I still enjoy. I'm never gonna apologize for that, um, especially in comparison to some of our newer TV shows. And so it took a long time. It took a long time is what I'm trying to say to set it up. So I hope this one doesn't take as long. Again, I would love to see an Obi-Wan season 2. I'd take an Obi-Wan centric movie as well. But if not, hey, start using him like Anakin, like start sprinkling him in into the other shows, like little flashbacks and stuff. I'll take that if nothing else. Action Joe says Rushmore brothers, what is up? Hey, Joe Fig says Rushmore. But yeah, guys, some cool, some cool news, some cool information from Obi-Wan himself. Some hopeful information, I should say, because we don't got anything, too concrete, but it's not a flat out no. And again, he did say that he has to watch all of Clone Wars for homework. So again, that comment right there gives me a lot of hope. So we'll see hopefully soon if that will amount to anything. But you guys let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Actually, just buenas noches, mi hermano. Hasta luego. Descansa, hermano. All right, guys. So that is going to do it for tonight's episode. Again, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Really, really appreciate y'all. And please don't forget to follow me on Facebook. General Kenobi's Bunker, all one word if you're not yet. Also on Instagram, general.kenobis.bunker. We're also on TikTok at general_Kenobis_bunker and on Threads at general.kenobis.bunker. So I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad I got StreamYard to work again. Last time it was kind of annoying, just with just using like the built-in YouTube, stream tool. Not the best. But hey, we got back. Thank you again for hanging out. Really appreciate y'all. And whoa, 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 what do we got here?
Houdini.
Thank you, Brian. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, dude. It really means a lot. Um, thank you with the 4.99 super chat. Always appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in, and I appreciate all the little insights you give us sometimes, man. But Brian is hard at work making some of this stuff that we've been talking about tonight. So I'll be saying, see you, everyone. Appreciate you, Rob. Janine saying good night, everyone. Good night, Janine and Scott. Y'all get some rest. Stay strong. Remember, you're definitely not alone. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging out. I hope that you have a great rest of your week. I hope that you have an even better weekend. It's a long weekend for many of us. So yeah, enjoy. Get some rest. Catch up on whatever TV show you're watching on. What's good this season? I don't even know. You know what I need to finish? Um, Squid Games, believe it or not. I still need to finish that or catch up to that. I know nothing, says Brian. I got you. All right, y'all. Have a great night. I'll talk to you later. Thanks again. And may the force be with you. Love y'all.